On any given day, I'll have companies reach out and ask us to try all sorts of products that really don't fit the channel. So the majority of all our emails go completely ignored. But Kefia reached out with something a little bit more on the tech side that we might actually use. This is the Kefia S8 Pro, a 14-inch laptop screen extender that's meant to take your laptop from one screen to triple monitor setup. On the outside, the packaging itself is incredibly well done, and it does scream high quality product, but we'll see if that translates to the rest of the experience. Opening everything up, it looks like we have our manual here, and then what seems to be the laptop extender itself in a nice faux leather case. And directly under that, we have a little bit more manual and then a handful of cables that we'll need to hook the extender up to the laptop. Everything from the product packaging to the protective case itself feels really high quality. The protective case even having this hard cover to protect your screen while it's in storage. When it comes to design language, everything looks really good. We have this softer metallic finish on the screens themselves, and in the back of the unit sporting this solid carbon fiber pattern throughout the entire body. But the most important thing would have to be what our extender looks like once we actually go ahead and open it up. Before we even get a chance to hook it up, you can tell that the screens look incredibly clean, and you can kind of get an idea of exactly how lightweight this unit is just by the fact that I'm able to stand here and freehand the entire display. We're going to go ahead and hook this up to our laptop over here, and luckily we do have a few cables provided in the box, so we can have a few different options depending on your laptop or setup. One of the good things is the S8 Pro comes with this kickstand right here, so we don't have to use our laptop screen to support all the weight of this extender. The first thing we actually have to do is plug our cables into the back of the unit itself. And you'll see that not only do we plug the cables back here, but we also have the control for the on-screen display for any adjustment that we might have to make. One thing I will note is I would like to say that I kind of wish they provided some shorter cables because this is going to be a lot on the workspace. The length of the cables is more of a personal preference thing, and they might actually be a good thing depending on your actual setup. I would like to point out that it's really important to double check that your laptop actually supports multiple outputs for its display. Luckily, the laptop we're demoing with today supports that. Now that we have the laptop connected to the extender, everything is working as it should be. And I have to say that it looks quite a bit better than I initially expected. One thing mentioned in the manual is because our laptop is outputting to two displays here, we're not actually pushing the power that the unit needs to be as bright as it can be. So the manual mentions that you can make use of an external USB-C power source to plug into the extender to boost the overall brightness of the displays. Plugging in the extra USB-C definitely fixes that problem with the screen brightness, and at least on this laptop, it has the added bonus of adding pass-through charging, so the laptop is charging at the same time that it's providing power to both screens. When it comes to image quality, both these screens look really good. Nothing's washed out, oversaturated, or faded, and I would definitely say these screens are perfect for everyday production. We're not going to be testing color accuracy because honestly, that's not what this extender is meant for. If you have a long trip somewhere and need to have your emails or Discord, or even if you're just trying to watch a video on the side while you're doing something on your laptop, this is definitely in more of that realm. One of the interesting things about this extender is it does have built-in audio, but from my experience, the audio from the laptop does sound a whole lot better. If you're in a situation where you don't have laptop audio for whatever reason, it is an added bonus and option. As I mentioned earlier, there is an on-screen menu in case you want to control anything like brightness, contrast, or saturation. And that OSD wheel can be found on the back of the unit itself. Both these displays are 1920 by 1080 with 60 Hz refresh rate, which is pretty standard for a laptop extender of this style. The S8 Pro isn't something that I would use every day, but your use case might be different, and this might be the perfect option you're looking for. That's something that you have to decide. I know in the future I have some trips coming up where I'm going to be out of the studio a little longer than I would like to be, and I don't really like working on just a single display, so I'll definitely be taking the S8 Pro with me. One thing that's really important to say is this is not a paid review, and Kefia doesn't get to see this video before anybody else. With that said, I'll still have the affiliate links in the description, as I believe this is a good product depending on your needs and use cases, and it really helps out the channel. All things considered, I think this is a really good product if you have a need for it. My only personal complaint is that these USB-C cables are ridiculously long, and that's probably something I could solve myself, just getting on Amazon and ordering some shorter cables. The Kefia S8 Pro has definitely been fun to check out and play with for a few minutes, but we're gonna go ahead and get on to our next video. But depending how this goes, we might actually do a few more of these random tech reviews and just kind of see what's out there and in our inbox.